moved to Irvine, California, and he trained under Mr. Kiyoshi Yamazaki, karate master in Shindo Jinen Ryu, and weapons expert from 1970 to 2007. He moved back to the Denver area in the fall of 1979, and he is a 7th degree black belt. And Mr. Tsutsui was a bronze medalist at the 4th World Union of Karate-Do Organizations, now named World Karate Federation World Championship in Tokyo in 1977. He is the first and one of only 2 American males to ever medal in individual kata competition in the World Karate Federation World Championship. He was 4 times a United States Karate team member from 1977 to 1980, and in July 2001, he was inducted into the USA National Karate-Do Federation Traditional Karate Hall of Fame. So here is all right, and then Mr. Tsutsui has certified as a World Karate Federation Kumite referee and World Karate Federation Kata judge. Kata means form. A Pan American Karate Federation Kumite referee. I'm sorry, I already read that. Kata judge, and he has served as regional vice president, chairman of the referee council, and treasurer for the USA National Karate-Do Federation. Mr. Tsutsui is also a member of the advisory board of the Colorado Governor's Council for Physical Fitness. Colorado Budokan offers karate training classes for all ages and skill levels, from children to adults, beginners to advanced practitioners. All classes are conducted in a traditional manner and include the elements of etiquette associated with our art, including a reciting of the principles of karate, a series of formal bows honoring the founders of the art, teacher and peers, warm-ups, basics, kata, forms, and sparring, or with kumite. So here they are, and Tsutsui Sensei. Woo!
Skip!
So as you see here, the future of our country, right? Our school, they're going to demonstrate some basic techniques for you when you first start. These are some of the techniques that you would be doing. They're going to demonstrate a basic step-in stomach punch. Stomach punch. They're going to demonstrate a down block now. This is a block that is used for any attack against you that is from the armpit down. It may be a punch, might even be a kick. Going to demonstrate now a block against a face attack. This might be a punch, and again, it might be a kick. with a knife hand block. Okay? You've probably seen this block a lot in the movies. Now they're going to demonstrate a basic front snap kick for you. As I mentioned, there are kicking techniques and hand techniques. As many of you know, karate was imported from Okinawa and entered Japan, and right around the turn of the century it became popular. The particular style that we practice is called Budokan style. There are four major styles in Japanese karate, right? Goju-ryu, Shotogan, Shito-ryu, and Wado-ryu that are recognized by the Japan Federation. The history of karate is an unwritten history, so unlike Western culture where it's very easy to study from a book, training in many of the martial arts involves actually going to the dojo and become physically involved and participating. So it is an unwritten oral history. And many of the techniques are transmitted via kata or forms training, just as they are in many of the other arts in Japanese culture. This is the very first basic kata that people learn in the dojo. This is called Tai Kyoku Shodan. It translates as Great Cause Number 1. Kyoku Shodan.
Right there, he stepped in his front. He's like,
as one advances, you'll see we have many different ages, many different color belts. The techniques become more complicated. The techniques that the children demonstrated to you, basic techniques, single techniques, one punch, maybe one kick, one block. The adults now and teenagers here will now demonstrate for you more complicated techniques, blocking and punching combinations. double stomach punch. Blocking techniques as well, more complex. They're going to be doing a combination up block, down block, and then followed by a reverse punch. My training doesn't train me to stand on a hot surface, so I'm going to put my Zordis back on. I've instructed our students to also not to step out here. This is I think you could fry an egg out here. Okay, so going forward again, right? This time they're going to do a back stance knife hand block, right? But they're going to add a kick and then a spear hand technique, which is called nikide. Next technique is a combination kicking and punching technique. Generally kicking low and then punching high to the face. As you notice, they're all in a very rigid form right now. This is called Kihon. This is basic exercise, right? So there's only one way to do this. So the body position is very exact. Later on, we'll demonstrate for you a more relaxed position for using these techniques. This is Maigeri Chudanzuki, right? Kicking and punching. And because they are more advanced, right, they kick going backwards. They don't have to turn. Intermediate advanced level Kihon, basics. As I mentioned, we have an oral history, right? And much of the techniques are transmitted through kata training. This is an intermediate level kata. Right? We have 5 kata that are intermediate level. They're called hand kata. This is kata number 4, hand yonda. Right? This translates as piece number 4. Kata hand yonda. because we practice a fighting martial art, we do practice kumite technique, fighting technique, and just as with the basic arm movements, blocking and kicking and punching, it starts at a very basic level where everything is choreographed. So in this particular basis, it's called Sambon Kumite, 3-step sparring. The attacker does the exact technique they've been taught. The counters are all predetermined block and counters. And Sambon Kumite, 3-step sparring. So that's a basic level sparring. The little kids that you saw at first, they're still not at the level where they're doing this kind of sparring yet. Right? The next level, intermediate level sparring, is called Ippon Kumite, 1-step sparring. Now in 1-step sparring, there are 4 attacks that are predetermined, but the person accepting the attack, the person doing the blocks and counters, they're free to do whatever block and counter they desire. Right? This is called Ippon Kumite, 1-step sparring.
We're good, we're good.
Now this particular drill, this intermediate level sparring, it can be done from a fighting stance, it can be done from basic stance, but as I said, all movements, the attacks are predetermined. As you can see, it's 1 attack to the face, attack to the stomach, a front kick, and then a side thrust kick. More advanced intermediate levels includes 2 other kicks. Right? Good. And now the next level of sparring that you see and more commonly seen and more commonly known is free sparring. Free sparring. This is called Jiyu Kumite. So we practice a traditional martial art, and we train, and I teach a traditional martial, and I teach in a very traditional manner. I'd like to make it very clear that this aspect of the art that we train in is sport. This is completely different than the stuff that we normally do in class, which predominates our training. This is free sparring. This is sport karate. Sport karate. In competitions, normally the person to the right of the referee is aka, person to the left. Years ago, it used to be shiro. They're now using a blue belt. The referees and judges are looking for good form when they execute the techniques. They're looking for vigorous application. Vigorous application means it has to have speed and power, but it must be delivered in a non-malicious manner. In other words, the person delivering the technique is not intentionally trying to hurt his opponent. It has to have correct distance, right? Techniques to the body should have a light touch. In this age category, there are no touches to the face, head, and neck. Older divisions, there are touches to the head, face, and neck. It must have correct timing. Correct timing means that the technique must be delivered at the proper time to demonstrate the 100% potential, the effect of the technique. And they're looking for knockout techniques that possibly could knock out an opponent. And the last thing that judges and referees are looking for is something called sanshin, which is perfect finish. So there might be a really strong technique delivered, but if the person that delivers the technique loses balance, there is no point. In this case, the red is the winner. As I mentioned earlier, there's a long history. It's over 300 years old. Karate has come from Okinawa, and along with the tradition of empty hand combative martial arts, there is also a separate martial art called Kobudo. Kobudo is weapons training. Most Shotokan schools do not engage in Kobudo training, but since I was very lucky and had an opportunity to train with a Kobudo master during my stay in California, I've studied a little bit of Kobudo. I don't profess to be very proficient at it. I think I'm still a beginner, but Connor here is very good here, and he's going to demonstrate the weapon called Sai Kata. We've demonstrated for you some basic kata, intermediate level kata. This is advanced level kata. She announced the kata Goju Shiho Dai. Goju Shiho Dai.
Sensei will now demonstrate some applications, self-defense applications, various, first showing various techniques, hand techniques, the different formations of the hand. So Seiken is the fist. It'll show at full speed at first, and then slowly. Budokan, hand fist. So back side of the fist. One of the open hand techniques is shuto, okay, using the edge of the hand, a knife hand. Also demonstrating hijiate, or elbow techniques, for close-in fighting. It's essential that you use all of your body from the ground up to effect power. Open hand technique, with fingers. Very good self-defense technique. basic front kick. Timing and commitment is important when you execute the technique for self-defense. This is a side snap kick. Budokan, the style that we practice, is the only Japanese martial art that employs a side snap kick. Many have side thrust kick. Using the knees, of course, in self-defense technique. He's assisted by Mr. Garrett Tripp. Those are being followed in a dark alley. One more quick one. That's what you do. Thank you very much. If anyone has any questions about our style or our school, Colorado Budokan, will be available after the demonstration. We have flyers that include 1 week free of karate lessons. But we'd be happy to answer any of your questions. And again, we're Colorado Budokan. We're located on the corner of Monaco and Hampton.